Monday. Welcome to another vlog. I have just gotten home from work and I thought it would be fun to start a new vlog series that is all about work-life balance. And what does that actually look like for a teacher? What does it look like for me? What does it mean to me? Because it is the eternal, I was going to say struggle, but I don't know if it's struggle. It's just like the eternal mission in life, in my working life, to find work-life balance and to define what that means to me and what I want that to look like and so forth. So welcome to the vlog. Basically, you're just going to follow me along this week and I'm going to be discussing and showing you what work-life balance does look like for me. I'm going to chat to you while I start prepping my dinner. I am making a beef lo mein. Is that how you pronounce it? Beef lo mein? Now I have no idea because they all sound wrong. Beef lo mein, I think it is. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. When I talk about work-life balance, I think it looks different for everybody. And I also don't think it is something that you can always have, or I guess to say that the balance isn't always the same. I think talking about work-life balance has become this ideal where you are perfectly balancing everything and everything is always perfectly timed and you have this perfect balance of a social life and your fitness and then work and then everything's just working so perfectly in harmony and it's all ideal. I just don't think that's realistic. At least that hasn't necessarily been the way things work for me. I think there will be times where work needs more of your attention. There will be times where you want to focus more on the social side. There will be times where you're putting in more at work because you want to, and times when you're putting in more at work because you have to for whatever reason. And I just think whenever we're talking about work-life balance, that it's important to remember that it's not like a set of scales that's always work and life. Sometimes work is like this, sometimes life is like this. And I think accepting that is the first step towards achieving a work-life balance that you're happy with, because it takes away the pressure for things to always be perfectly balanced and for everything to be working in like an ideal way, which that's not life. As you would know, I am a teacher. And if you didn't know that or you're new, welcome, hello, my name is Corinne. I am a 30-something living alone in Australia and currently working as a teacher. I did take a year off from teaching last year, which was really interesting in seeing how I maintained a different kind of work-life balance, doing a different job, working different days, that kind of thing. But this year I am 5 days a week at school. And I am also an introvert. I find a full day of teaching to be quite... flying carrots. I find a full day of teaching to be quite draining, quite exhausting on like my social battery. So for me personally, achieving work-life balance doesn't mean that when I finish work, I want to go out and do lots of social things or spend a lot of time with people. I personally prefer to have it structured that when I finish work for the day, my afternoons and evenings are times when I can decompress and do things that I enjoy, but not necessarily... Oh my gosh, these carrots are flying everywhere. I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing, but anyway, I'm chatting to you. I don't like to plan a lot of social events into my afternoons after I've been at work all day. And I really think that's a key of work-life balance, is working out what are priorities to you, what do you enjoy, what do you not enjoy, what do you want to spend more time doing, and then working out how you structure your week and the time that you have outside of work around those things. All right, I'm gonna hook in and get this cooked. We can chat more later, but I need to get this dinner happening. This is delicious. I am now going to, oh gosh, I look like I've had a day. I have had a day. I was in a special ed class today. It's actually the class that my mum worked in. She's an SLSO. So that was a different day working with my mum, but hats off to everybody working in the special ed field. It's just a different level of keeping track of everything, and yeah, if I'm looking exhausted, I'm feeling it too. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat, enjoy my dinner. I'm going to watch some YouTube while I do that, and then I probably have a shower. And I love to read before I go to bed, so I'll do some reading tonight. I try to make that a priority, and I also try to work my afternoon night schedule so that I'm doing that before I go to bed rather than playing on my phone or watching TV or YouTube or whatever it is right before I go to sleep. Yeah, and I'll probably do some dishes as well because I made a bit of a mess there, but I have 3 meals now prepared that I will eat at another time. I'll freeze 2 of them, and one of them I'll just pop in the fridge for later this week. And that's what my Monday evening after work is looking like this week. Morning, happy Tuesday. Right now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to fill out my morning journal. It's something I'm really trying to get back into this year. I was really good at it a while back and then I just fell out of the habit. I'm trying to make my mornings a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit slower, and do some of those things in it because I've had a habit of setting my alarm so I get up at like the very last minute, shower, pack my lunch and get out the door. And I'm just trying to set my alarm that a little bit earlier so that I have time to move a little bit slower and sit down and do things like journaling. I have just gotten home. It is sweltering. It is so hot today. But it was a good day. I had a staff meeting this afternoon. We used to do our staff meetings on Thursday afternoons. This year they're on Tuesdays, so a little bit earlier in the week. But it just meant that I was at work until the meeting finished at 4:45. I then went to my parents' place and picked up Mason, and it's now 5:20. So not too late to be getting home. I am just having leftovers tonight, which is super simple. I need to do some video editing. I can't even think in this heat. I've just turned my aircon on because it is so warm. I am so sweaty. So I will eat, I will watch some YouTube, I will edit my own video. I started reading a new book last night. I'm going to show you that because I am quite enjoying it. So I started reading Voices in the Dark by Fleur MacDonald. This is the 3rd book of hers that I've read, and I really like her books. They're just super easy to read. So this one basically says, when Sassy Stapleton returns to her family's farm, secrets that will change her future forever are laid bare. She's a real Australiana writer. She has this police officer character that she weaves throughout most of her books. Dave Burrows, I believe it is, and he's a really great character to read, and I just like her style. So I read quite a decent chunk last night, so I'd love to get a bit more into this. And don't forget, this is a library book. The library is an amazing place. It is a fantastic resource. It is fabulous if you're trying to be budget savvy because you don't spend any money. And I read 50 something books last year. I've already read, I think I'm up to 7. So 3 of those were audiobooks. The rest were physical books and that I've read this year. And if I was paying for those and buying those, it would be costing me so much. But go to your local library, borrow from them. It's a game changer. I've woken up today feeling exhausted. I don't know if the weather's playing a part in that. It's like overcast, trying to rain. I think it was really hot last night. And it did take me a while to fall asleep, so I don't know if that's part of it. I'm having a busy week. I just feel drained this morning. Oh, I could have stayed in bed for another couple of hours, but I'm up. I'll probably go through Macca's drive-thru and get myself a coffee on the way to work. I don't do it every day. But I think I just need a little pick me up to get me going today. Yeah, feeling drained, but you know, that's part of it. And if we're talking work-life balance, I think this is sometimes where it gets tricky, because you can have the best laid plans and the best routines and all of those things in place, and then sometimes you just don't feel great. You know, you get tired or you might get sick or whatever, and life happens. And so, yeah, trying to just go really easy on myself and do the bare minimum to try and get some of that energy back. Well, the coffee kicked in this morning, and I'm actually ending the day feeling way more energized than I was when I woke up this morning, which is excellent. I left school at about 3:45, and I just went and spent some time with my family and had some snuggles with my new niece, which was lovely. And now I'm home, and I'll settle into my normal nightly routine, have some dinner, watch some YouTube, do some reading. I might do some editing, maybe, I will see, not sure. But yeah, just take it nice and easy and relax. One of the things I am being very conscious of this year is leaving work as early as possible. Not being on a class and having a bit more flexibility in my schedule and not necessarily also always knowing what's coming up makes it a lot easier to just go, okay, the day's done, I'm going home now, which is great. I struggle with that a bit as a classroom teacher, is that because, you know, there's always more to do. There's always the next thing for the next day or the next week that you could be going on with. And so I would often find myself staying till 5, or like, you know, just get later and later. And then as an AP, there were meetings and like more work to do. And I was spending so many hours at work because there's always more to do as a teacher. There's just always more tasks. There's always more. And I could be spending afternoons getting ready for the next day if I know what I'm doing the next day in this role. But I am having that boundary of tidy up from the day, kind of like, you know, finish off anything that needs to be finished off for the teacher that I've left, whose class I've had that day. And then I'm going home and I'm just getting out of there, and yeah, really trying to stick to that boundary as the year goes on. But I had a really, really positive, good day. It was my last day in the special ed class that I've been in since last Friday. So I've done 4 days in that class, and I've got my next 2 days in the other special ed class that is next door to that one. So looking forward to that as well. Yeah, it's all going well. I am in my pajamas. I have been in my pajamas since like 5 o'clock. I literally just came home, jumped in the shower, washed my hair, put my pajamas on, full comfort mode, no plans this afternoon, just take it easy and chill out the way it should be on a lazy Thursday afternoon. By this point, you may be thinking, this girl is the most boring person in the world. And I would not argue with you. It's one of the things when we talk about work-life balance is that it almost suggests that to have balance, the life part of that, we have to be doing things all the time. And if we're not go, and fitting things into that time, we're not making the most of it. And I just don't feel the need to fill every afternoon and to be go. I work best when I have this time to be lazy after work, to do nothing, to watch YouTube, to read books, to hang out with my dog. This works for me. So why fill this time and make it go and stress myself out if that's not what refills my cup? I'm not saying that's not what fills other people's cups. If that's you and you're enjoying that and you're happy with that, go for it. However, if you are like a yes person, or you're just filling your time because you feel like you should be, reevaluate that. Like, what do you actually enjoy doing? what makes you feel like relaxed and rejuvenated and ready to go to work the next day, because that's what you need for your work-life balance. Forget what everyone else is doing, make it work for you. Good morning, happy Saturday. Some weekends I'm up and at it, and some weekends you just can't beat waking up without an alarm and taking it easy and not being in a rush to go anywhere or do anything. I clearly haven't made it far, I'm still in bed. But what I love to do is, before I've even gotten up on a Saturday, I just grab my laptop and I get a heap of stuff done that I have to do in the weekend, and then I don't have to think about it all day. Right now I am planning what I'm going to eat this week, and I'm going to submit my click and collect shopping order, grocery order. And so I just sit here, it probably takes me an hour to work out what do I want, put it all into the online shopping list, and then I pick it up tomorrow. And then I don't have to think about it. It's so convenient. I'm also just downloading some videos that I need to edit. And I also just check in with my budget. I use this really cool budget planner from Rachel Leah, who is a YouTuber. I can link it below. And I just put in all the things I've spent, what I've made, and I can see really clearly where I'm at with my cash flow. So that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I love just waking up on the weekend and just being a bit productive, knocking things off my to-do list, and then having that peace of mind that things are done and I don't have to worry about them or put them off till later.